We are still in Nkrofo. In fact, it's been quite a journey to Nkrofo. That is what the experience is called. It's an event that is now national in nature because the Ghana Tourism Authority has come on board. The Ministry of Tourism herself was here to be part of the celebration of the Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. It's called the Nkrumah Fest. It has been running for some 3 years now. The initiative of the Member of Parliament for Elembele. Once you know his position. His new position now is as Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. So while he was celebrating the #1 son of the Elembele constituency, he still remembered that there is a task ahead of us. Fight for the environment, protect our environment. And one of the people who have a job of helping him do that is Engineer Frank Asare. Engineer Frank Asare is the National Coordinator for Responsible Cooperative Mining and Skills Development Program. Now, the NDC has sold 2 different prongs to fighting the illegal mining matter. 1, we fight. 2, we ensure that those who are there still get something to do so that we do not create a national security threat. He is responsible for the other leg. And he is sitting down with us today in this beautiful environment. Well, Frank, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, Sana. Thank you for having me.
And it's nice to have you. Well, you have that duty. But first, let's start with your own experience with the journey to Nkrofo. Is it the first time you are partaking in this?
Yes, the first time I'm partaking in the journey to Nkrofo. However, this is not the first time I am visiting Nkrofo.
Okay.
I've been here for about 4 times.
Okay.
Mostly it relates to the work I do. So I've been here to hold community engagements on rehabilitation program, which is the reclamation program.
Okay.
I've been here to hold discussions on the cooperative mining scheme.
Okay.
I've been here for the launch of cooperative mining at Teleku, Bukazo, and Anya.
Okay.
So it is becoming a home for me because my boss is from here. So anytime somebody calls me and I tell the person I'm at Nzem, I'll say, hey, now you have 2 hometowns. My own hometown, which is Sefibuako.
Okay.
And Honorable Amako Fibo's hometown, who has now become part of me. So I've been visiting.
I see. So the period is not new to you, but the experience of journey to Nkrumah is new to you. How have you found the experience that far?
In fact, I knew that the Nkrumah Fest took place in 2023, 2024, and this year's own. The first time I am attending. So I told you that when I was coming, I didn't come straight that I was coming to Nkrofo. Okay. I went through to Asanko Mines at Amansie.
Asanko Mines at Amansie.
And they had a problem with the community. Okay. In one of the communities, there were some impasse, and as a result of that, the assemblyman there was shot dead.
Okay.
So the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, with his team, visited Asanko Mines. We went to the town where the assemblyman was shot dead. From there, we went to Kumasi to pay homage to the king of the Ashanti people, because he was mourning the demise of the Asante Hema. Okay. From there, we went to Bibiani area, so the Kwai district, met Asante Gold Corporation. Okay. And from Asante Gold Corporation, we had a debate with the people to launch the cooperative mining at Bibiani. Okay. From the Bibiani, we carried on to hit Goldface at Pristia. Then we came to Takwa. Okay. And we decided not to come to Nkrofo by road. Went to Yoso. From Yoso, we had a boat ride from Yoso to Kanu. Okay. Before we joined our vehicles to Nkrofo. And
it's quite a journey for you.
Quite a journey. Apart from that, when I came, we went for initially the students, we did the launch of the cooperative mining. Okay. Then straight to NAS, the Nkrofo Agriculture Senior High School,
Okay.
where the students were having a moot session. It was so interesting. Where the trial of the people who overthrew Kwame Nkrumah.
Okay.
And as somebody, a legal person, I was so impressed because it is not every lawyer who is even able to stand before a judge to put up his argument. Then I see these young people, young students doing that. I was so impressed. The prosecutor was conducting cross-examination and they were calling their witnesses. They would lead the witness to give his evidence in chief, and the other party will also invite their lawyer would do the process. It was so interesting. So the following day, we went back to NAS again. Then this time around, there was a quiz competition. Oh, the students, they were in JHS, but they were so good. They were so good about the history of Nkrumah. They say Nkrumah legacy quiz. They did science and maths too. Then there was an exhibition. So nice. Your TV showed it for the Ghanaian people to see. It was so interesting. Then yesterday, the big day, the Deba. Oh, Senna, the people. So people, I had friends who were calling me. They say, you say you are at Nkrofo. We are not seeing you at the Deba. I say, look, me, I'm not getting what they gave to me at the days. I gave my chair to someone. And I told him that, me, before I became the national coordinator, I was youth organizer. So I'm an organizer. So I'm part of the organizer. I decided to be part of the organizing committee. I decided not to sit down. For me, those who stole the show yesterday were the Gunja warriors who came all the way from the Gunja land, from the Yabonwura, and they came to show appreciation. But for Kwame Nkrumah, the number of doctors, the number of nurses, the number of engineers, the number of lawyers from the northern part of Ghana, we wouldn't have had them because it was Kwame Nkrumah who gave them free education. So on such occasion, they want to come and show the appreciation to the people of Nkrofo and the Ghanaian people that they really appreciate what Nkrumah did. And it was so beautiful. And the second one that stole the show was that kid. That 8-year girl. Sana, it was so impressive. So impressive. She spoke eloquently and she was on point. Everything she said was the fact. I had goosebumps. I said, wow. So I told those I was standing there with that it is not the young lady that is speaking, it is Nkrumah. Nkrumah had come to speak through her. Nkrumah never died. So it's an interesting journey that I will encourage that we continue to embark on every year. And I mean, the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, who is also the MP here, has renovated the Kwame Nkrumah Museum, and it is now a state-of-the-art museum. I was told that as at last year, it was not in good shape, but now. And the second thing that the organizers of the Nkrumah Fest are looking up to is to organize and mobilize some resources to renovate the house of Yaneba, Kwame Nkrumah's mother, so that it also becomes a tourist attraction. So it is something that I want to show appreciation to the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for recognizing that Nkrumah has indeed done a lot for the Ghanaian people and deserves to be celebrated. So, and bringing back the Founders Day and also his Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua. He's shown so much love to the Nkrumah family, and he's also done a lot to honor the memory of Nkrumah.
Great. Well, let's talk about you now, because there's still a lot to talk about when it comes to the matter of journey to Nkrofo. But not. Thank you very much for the because yesterday we spoke to you. To a large extent, your views on Nkrumah were quite apt. So let's turn to the matter of cooperative mining and the fight against illegal mining in general. Because if you listen to the minister yesterday, he spoke about how Nkrumah would not have supported what we are seeing now. What is your job? What are you supposed to do to help in that fight?
So, Senna, The fight against illegal mining is one that is a topical issue everywhere in this country. And most people are looking at it from the punitive perspective, where they think that we should have military bases at the various mining communities, and some have even recommended shoot to kill. Some have recommended that we should ban the abode of those who are living at the banks of our rivers and all that. So the Mahama government is mindful of the devastating effect of illegal mining on Ghana. So we decided that we will fight it in a two-pronged approach, where we would go with the punitive measures and also look at the alternative livelihood aspects. So I am in charge of the alternative livelihood aspect, which, to our mind, if we embark on it rigorously and it is implemented in the way and manner we have planned, it should be able to help fight the illegal mining menace. So the illegal mining issue has to do with where the people are mining. Mining is by law. So if you are mining and you are not having the right documentation, you have not been given license by the Minerals Commission, and you have not been given an environmental permit by the EPA and a permit by the Water Resources Commission, then anything you are doing is illegal. With the Responsible Cooperative Mining Scheme, we have 6 pillars. We intend to roll out the the Responsible Cooperative Mining Scheme, the Mining Support Service, then the Entrepreneurship and Apprenticeship Program, the Community Enhancement Program, where we develop the communities, then Agri Value Chain Program. All this to help create an alternative employment for those in the mining communities. So on the community mining scheme, the cooperative mining scheme, we are mindful of the devastating effect of mining. That is why at Cabinet, before the name came out, we accepted that we are going to add an adjective to qualify what we are doing. So now, doesn't it interest you to know that this is the first agency that starts with an adjective, responsible? So it indicates that those who are in charge are aware that whatever we are doing, we must do it responsibly. So our mandate is clear: help fight illegal mining by providing an alternative livelihood through cooperative mining, through apprenticeship training, through agricultural value chain. On the cooperative mining, what we are saying is that since mining is by law and you need to get your documents, we as an agency, as the implementing unit, will facilitate for the license, for the permits, so that the communities where we are going to have the cooperative mining will have these documentations. And the second one is that together with Good Board and other agencies, we are going to embark on geological investigation. So now the problem with mining has to do with how people just go in and mine without doing the proper investigation to know where the ore body is, what we call the shell or the vein.
So they dig everywhere?
They dig everywhere. Lottery mining. Pedro has had a conversation with Senna, and he tells him that in the past, his grandparents used to dig hole somewhere, so there is gold there.
You call that lottery mining?
Lottery mining. So we just go to hire some excavators, then we dig here, dig that, and we are not getting anything. You know why? We can't stop because we have invested and we keep digging. So you go to a place where within a month or a week, the place is so much destroyed, you cannot even quantify it, because the people were just digging anywhere looking for gold. Some are lucky. They just go in the first place. That is why it is lottery. The first place they go to dig, that is the ore body. They hit the ore body. So they are lucky, and they keep digging. So when they finish there, because they did not do any proper investigation, and their first luck was the ore body, they decide to also dig any place. So we believe that we should have proper geological investigation. It is not only going to lead to responsible mining, but it is also going to lead to sustainable mining.
Okay.
So
So
the
first-
large-scale mining companies, when they get the concession, they do geological investigation, what we call exploration. First, they go to do reconnaissance. Then, when they see that the place is mineralized, and they do exploration. So we want to do same, where we can do proper prospecting and ascertain that this is the mineralized area. So when we block out the area for cooperative mining, the people are going to the mineralized area. And the third one is the processing. How we
And
process the ore.
before you go to the processing, this investigation that you do, that leads to some level of exploration to understand the amount of gold in the ground. You're saying who's funding that? Because you understand that's not a cheap initiative.
So if you have been following the news, just last week, the Gold Board had an understanding with the Ghana Geological Authority, the Ghana Geological Survey Authority, to undertake some of these investigations of blocked out areas. We are also in talks with private partners, because what we want to do is that as much as we want to have our people mine, we need to do it well. And there are local investors who are willing to invest and also make money out of the investment. So we are in touch with Gold Board and also the Minerals Commission to get. In fact, we have a first block that area in the Konongo Asante Achim North at Amantina, where we have already gone there to do a first investigation. That block, that area, we want to do the proper investigation before we demarcate it and give it out to the miners as the cooperative mining. We want to embark on that, because to our mind, when we are able to do that, we will be able to curb the illegal mining menace. And the people who will be mining elsewhere, the miners go to where there is gold. So that when they hear that this place, they've done proper investigation and they are employing them, they will come. They will come and work there. That is one of our vision. We think that when we do that, we should be able to get the miners off our water bodies and near our water bodies and in our forest reserves to the blocked out areas to go and work. And for sustainability, it will help all of us to do proper investigation, to ascertain the mineralized areas, how much ore we have there, so that we will know that we can mine here for about 10 years. Whilst we do the surface, we are able to develop and go underground to hit the rock, then do proper mining. Then the third one is on the processing. So now we can mine underground. And we have the mining methods. We have underground mining, we have open pit mining. So you can mine underground, but you don't get the gold. So the comminution process will start from the blasting. After blasting, you have to take the ore to a run pad. We call it run of ore pad, where we have it in different, at the large scale mining, we have it in different segments. So we have the low grade, the medium grade, and the high grade. Because we don't want our gold to go to tails, we blend it. So as a metallurgist, we will go and tell the loader operator that when you pick 2 low grade, then you add 1 high grade. Then we crush it. From the crushing stage, it goes to the milling stage. Then we have a thickening stage where the slurry will go to the absorption stage. We introduce carbon. Then carbon has a high affinity to gold. So the gold will go onto the carbon. Then we put the carbon through elution. It goes to the elution column. And then small scale mining companies may not be able to do all that. But there are other means to have mini process plants that can do exactly what the large scale mining companies do. That is what we want to do, so that we have a process unit which will allow us to crush, mill, and get our gold. And the water that we will use, we will have to generate the water ourselves. Then we will recirculate it. So we have a water treatment circuit. We will recirculate the water. Then we will have a tailings dam where every waste that we will generate through our processing activity will be dumped into.
Okay.
In fact, the tailings can later on be processed,
Okay.
because regardless of how you will do it, you know it is good. So you will not recover 100%.
Okay.
Sometimes you get 95, that's the highest, and sometimes you can get as low as 70.
Okay.
So the tailings can also be mined later and we process it again. We are doing that so that we avoid the situation where the processed water ends up in our water bodies and destroy it. So when you go to some of the places, they have shafts and they are mining underground. But when they finish and they take the ore, they share it amongst themselves. And then people take it to their various houses. They go to process it. And at the end of the day, the end product ends up in our water bodies. Then the water bodies are not just contaminated as we see the water, but the river bodies changing colors. But we are introducing chemicals also into it. It is as a result of that when people take either fish or any food from the water bodies, they are developing some ailments. And people who drink directly from those water bodies are also developing some ailments. So people mostly will talk about the color of the water, but I tell them that it is the dechemicalization of the water bodies that is very, very also key. So we are looking at all this, and with that, we are very hopeful that we will be able to curb the illegal mining menace, because mostly when you ask the youth and they tell you that because we have no job. I've been to a place where when I got there, I was so alarmed. 3 young men were at a place where, in fact, it could collapse at any time. Yet they were there. So I quizzed, and they told me that they have no job. That is why they are doing this. So apart from the cooperative mining aspect, we are looking at the skills development program, where in the past, when I was the national coordinator for National Alternative Employment and Livelihood Program, before I came in, my predecessor had started something with Anglo Gold and GIZ International. So I continued. We were able to train 127 youths in fabrication, in electrical, fashion, leather work. And afterwards, we gave every single person who was trained equipment that would be used in their work.
These are people who typically would have found themselves.
Typically would have found themselves in one pit or the other. We are also continuing with same mandate that we will train people who are willing and give them startup kits. And we will do impact assessment to see how the training and the startup kits is impacting on their lives, on their society too. So it is something that we think the Ghanaian people should embrace and should support. The Lands and Natural Resources Minister should support H.E. John Dramani Mahama, so that this particular vision of the responsible cooperative mining and skills development will come to fruition.
And I realize that you're talking about some other schemes that you're involved in, because I heard you mention agriculture, I heard you mention mining support. You said there are 6 that you're working with.
Yeah.
So you've gone through the responsible cooperative mining. What are the other ones and what would they entail?
Okay, so the agricultural value chain development, what we intend to do is that within these mining communities, there are areas where we can use for cooperative farming. We need to be able to bring the people together and ensure that because all we gear towards is to create an avenue for people to get employment, to get livelihood, and also to contribute to the development of our nation. So that is on the aspect of the agriculture. And on the rehabilitation of what mostly people call reclamation.
Okay. Oh, that's reclamation.
Yes, part of our is to reclaim the mined out areas. I've had an extensive discussion on some places. In fact, before I left Accra, we had initiated some procurement processes to start reclamation in some places, where our aim to restore those lands to its original state, then to plant. When we go to do the stakeholder consultations. We ask them what is viable within those communities. We may plant palm trees or palm nut trees. We may plant rubber. We may plant coconut trees. So depending on some economic trees too. The truth of the matter is that it is not every mined out area that is having chemicals like mercury or cyanide.
Okay.
We know why. It is not everywhere they mine that they process there. They have a process center and they have mining center. So where they mined, mostly they use the excavator or other earth moving equipment to dig out the place. Then they will take it to another location where they go to process. So those places are the places that has the chemical. So before we embark on the rehabilitation or the reclamation, that is what most people know. We do what we call soil test analysis. We take soil samples from all the locations, then we go and ascertain whether or not the place is chemicalized, so that we don't go and plant something that later on when you take into your body, it will kill you. And there are other plants that are also able to absorb chemicals. So we are looking at all those options. Then the community infrastructure development. Our aim is that this responsible cooperative mining and skills development program, anywhere we embark on such a program, should leave a legacy there. We should be able to know the needs of the people, should be able to build chip compounds, build schools, build clinics, build some pipe-borne water for the people in the community through the responsible cooperative mining. So it is part of our pillars. That is why I mentioned.
Oh, great. Now let's talk about, because you've been doing a tour of some of the major mining areas. How many regions have you done so far?
The mining regions are 13.
13.
And I should be done with 9.
9 now.
Yes.
9 now.
Yes.
So, but what's your assessment? You are an engineer yourself, and from how you speak, you've been involved in mining. What's your assessment of the situation we are trying to fight?
Sana, sometimes when you get to a place, you don't take care, you cry. You become emotional.
Really?
Because that bad. After this conversation, I will share with you some of the videos and pictures of places I have been. And you will appreciate the level of devastation. I've said this somewhere, that Senna, the farther you are from a mining community, the more aggressive you are in the fight against Galamsey. But when you get closer, then you get to know, because when you pass through Wasa Japan, people are living there. When you go to Ayamfre, people are living there. In fact, I went to Ayamfre to inspect a place that we intend to, because we are going to roll out the cooperative mining in the coming weeks very rigorously. And I saw what they have done. I told them that I can't recommend this to the minister. He said, "Oh, but Honorable, what is wrong with this place?" I said, "Wow, the people didn't even see anything wrong with it." That is the other issue. So the education is very key. We need to keep on educating the people and engaging them. Some people are ignorant of what they are doing. There are people who hold the school of thought that the alternative employment we give to them is not enough. But they are oblivious of the fact that when you go to the mining communities or where the illegal mining is taking place, it is mostly the investors who make huge sums of money. And these investors are living in cantonment, East Legon and what have you. They are not even living in the communities. How many community people are able to buy an excavator? To buy chamfan machines? It is those guys who are, so they are laborers. They go and they get 70 cedis per day.
70 cedis?
Yes, 70 cedis, 50 cedis, and they put their lives in danger. Some go and they don't come. And there are a lot of places that pits have fallen on people and they are dead. 70
cedis per day is much smaller than what we thought they were making. People were thinking at least 400 cedis a day. People even mentioned 2,000 cedis.
Oh, no, those are the real guys. Those who have invested their money, they are making that. And when they invest the money, they have leaders for, when you go, they have some places, they have ghettos.
Okay.
They have pits. and the leaders will make like 500 a day. But those who go to work, you have women,
the laborers,
some 70 cedis, some even 50 cedis.
That's how much they make.
50 cedis a day. So if you are getting an alternative job where we are training you in a skill that becomes yours forever, permanently, and we are equipping you with a startup kit, I think you are better off than going to that place where you get peanuts, yet you are putting yourself in danger.
So, having said this, there are those who suggested that the fight against illegal mining usually focuses on the person you are talking about. The person who gets 50 cities, 70 cities. Maybe the leaders, people who are like individual leaders, get 500 cities. So that there's no focus on the person you are talking about, the people who bring the monies to pay for the excavators, for the champagnes, that they never really suffer any damage. Do you agree that the fight currently does not go after them?
I beg to differ.
Okay.
We have seized not less than 400 excavators. And those excavators belong to the investors. So the investment is gone. Some will pass back door, they will be calling you, can you speak to the minister? But amount of people cannot be compromised. So if your excavator is gone, it's gone. So it belongs to them. The pumping machines that we are taking from sites, it belongs to those investors. So they also lose. What we have not done, that I think we should do, is to go beyond just seizing the excavators, to know the owners of the excavators, and not only prosecute those we arrested on site, but the owners of the excavators too. I think that we must do that. So they don't only lose because their excavators have been seized and has been confiscated by the state, because their pumping machines, their champagnes have been burnt and all that. We should also bring them to book. We should prosecute them. Because if you come to me that the 4 excavators that were seized at, say, Apapamanso belongs to you, then it means you are the one who was enabling them to use it to destroy the forest. So you must be prosecuted too. Yeah, I believe we must also do that. Yeah, but to say that they don't lose at all, I think that is not the case. Because they are the owners of the seized excavators. They are the owners of the bent champagne machines. They are the owners of the bent pumping machines. But because they are the people who make the direct money from the illegal mining, they're able to buy new ones. So we should even be going after where they are manufacturing these champagne machines, because there are some of the machines, save sending them to Galamsey pit, they are not of any use.
Oh, really?
So those, when we went with the minister from the last point, I think it should be Kango or something. We got there and there were 3 champagne machines. We bent it, brand new.
3?
Yeah, 3, brand new.
So the champagnes have
they were not in use, but we bent it. And our reason was that where they have brought it, it was spread going into our river body. It was going to destroy Ankobra. Save going into Ankobra to work. There is no other use for it there. So we bent it. So we are not only targeting that, we are targeting those places where they are manufacturing. And government is doing this tracking of excavators. We are ensuring that before you bring in an excavator, you should have sought permission and gotten the permit before you can even import. Then once it gets here, we are able to allow you. Previously, they were not licensed. They will be licensed by the Driver Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA. Then from there, you also get a tracker from the Minerals Commission, depending on your purpose for the importation. So we are able to track and geofence it, know where you are going to use it, and when you are using it for what the purposes for which you were bringing it into the country, we can seize it. We just can sit somewhere in Accra and halt its operation. It will not move. We are trying all these measures just to ensure that our river bodies are blue again, to ensure that our forest cover is restored. That is why we'll be doing reclamation. We are doing the Trip for Life program. the Tree for Life initiative that was launched by the government. So far, we've planted almost 7.9 million trees.
Okay.
Yeah, seedlings. So that is our plan. Our plan is that with the two-pronged approach, where the government is using the punitive measures, you doing the operations through the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat Task Force, the NIMOS, where we are collaborating with the Ghana Security, the Ghana Police Service, the immigration. That is why we are deporting people. Yesterday, somebody called me that they've deported a Chinese who is helping. I said, no Chinese is helping you. Those guys are helping you to do illegal mining. Those ones who want to do proper mining, they know where to go. They go to the Minerals Commission. We have what they have to do. So that is it. If we are doing all that, getting the people from the forest and the water bodies and near our water bodies, then we are also rolling out the alternative, the responsible cooperative mining and skills development program.
Great. Two things I want your views on. One, there are those who suggest that what we are seeing is not only about those who do it illegally, and also the small miners who perhaps do not know any better. But also there are people who have actually acquired licenses to operate as small-scale miners who are engaged in some irresponsible activities that are causing this. Do you agree? Did you see that on your rounds?
Yeah. Both large-scale mining companies and small-scale mining companies may fall into one illegality or the other. And that is why we have the Inspectorate Division of the Minerals Commission. Going forward under the able leadership of Honorable Emmanuel Kofi, we want to refocus the view of Minerals Commission to ensure that the Minerals Commission does more on its mandate on supervision and inspection. It is very critical, extremely critical. We can't take away the fact that we need to ensure that we are able to go into those places and ensure that they are doing what they must do. So that is it.
Secondly, the other part about what do you call it? The declaration of a state of emergency. And I'm sure you've been listening to the debate. Do you agree that a state of emergency should be declared?
Yeah, I think that with the approach that the government is taking to embark on this journey, I think we have to give the government some time. State of emergency is not out of the table, but to our minds, if we are able to do the operations and roll out a lot of responsible cooperative mining scheme within the communities and then bring the people from the river bodies, from the forest to come and mine responsibly and sustainably, we will be able to clear our water bodies, we'll be able to restore the ecosystem in our forest. So there will not be any need for the state of emergency. So for me, it is on the table, but it is the last resort.
And let me conclude by then asking you, you've been going around, you've been speaking to the people. What you are proposing, are they interested? Are they ready for it?
They are interested.
Okay.
I went to one community. I think the chief was so star. Maybe my background as a miner. I've worked in a large-scale mining company for about 9-10 years before I stopped to go and read law. So I understand where I am. So when I went, he was like, we are rushing. This thing is destroying this. Then I explained to him. So no. When are you people coming to start? I said, Nana, I'm going to report to my boss, which is the Lands and Natural Resources Minister. Now we intend to roll out a program where we will be going with the Minerals Commission, the Environmental Protection Agency and Water Resources Commission to do mobile registration. Because one of the key issues that people raise is that they don't have documents, they don't have licenses. That's why they are doing everything anyhow. So we are going there with the people. But before we do that, we do the background work, the due diligence, the consultations, to ensure that the places where we are going to license are places that are not near water bodies, they are not in the forest, they are not near any place of national importance like road, like cemetery and all that. Then we are also having discussions with the large-scale mining companies, because one of the key issues, Senna, is that as a country, we have given a lot of the mineralized areas to large-scale mining companies, and they fall within communities. There is a lot of agitation within these communities where the people are asking that, look, can't you get us a place to mine? The minister is embarking on that discussions. In fact, when we went to Asanko, we went to Asante Gold Corporation, and we came to Hit Energy. A Hit Go phase is part of the discussions we are having with them, that they should give us places that we can block out and give it to the community. So the cooperative mining actually should have even been community mining. That's what I tell the people. Because this one, it is community owned and community based, community influenced. So when we get that, we give it back to the community and the community will own it. But we will have people within the community who will spearhead it. You have the community development committee, we have an oversight committee, the district mining committee that is ensuring that we are doing the right thing. So it is going to be something that, to me, if we all embrace it and support it and we get the needed financial backing, we should be able to end the galamsey menace that we are all crying about.
What are the guarantees that what happened in the community mining scheme will not happen this time around? Because at the end of the day, we're hearing about rich people taking over, foreigners taking over some of the mines that are earmarked for community mining, among others. What are the guarantees that ultimately this is not what will happen?
So the guarantee is that those who are leading the responsible cooperative mining, from the president, H.E. John Dramani Mahama, the sector minister, Honorable Emmanuel Makofibua, my good self, we have integrity and credibility to ensure that everything that we have said to the Ghanaian people, we are going to implement it to the letter. So in the cooperative mining scheme, we have a policy that we will give out to every cooperative scheme. We have training manual. We are going to ensure that they are trained before they embark on. And we have also stated the policy that the cooperative belongs to the communities. The difference between the community and the cooperative mining is that in the community mining, it was a name that is community mining. However, individuals hijacked it and it was owned by individuals. And we are facing same. So there are places that they were using for community mining. We placed the ban and now we want to roll it out onto the cooperative mining. We are told that it belongs to Senna. I say, well, but we were told in the last regime that it belongs to the community. Why is Senna saying that it is for him? So we are looking, we don't want same to repeat. So right from the word go, every community, every place we go, we tell them that this cooperative mining is community owned, community based, and community influenced. It belongs to the community. However, the people who will come to work in from all walks of life, they can be employed to work there, but they cannot own it. It is not for them. The leaders that will be selected, it is not for them. The investor who will come to invest in will have to go into an agreement with the cooperative, and they don't own it. We don't want a repetition, and I can assure you that it will not happen.
Thank you very much. And congratulations ahead in advance on because you will call to the bar in October.
Inshallah.
But you have already passed the exam. So what you're waiting for is the call.
I've passed all the 10 courses you need to do in part 1 and part 2. I've passed the exit exam, exit interview. So what is left is the dates that will be given by the General Legal Council that we are going to call you on this day. Then send you and your people, my brother, Tijan, you come and you all go and celebrate that day.
So after that time, the next time we host him, we'll be calling him Engineer Lawyer Frank Asare. He is National Coordinator for Responsible Cooperative Mining and Livelihood Development Program. He has a big task on his hand. But also let's say a big thank you to our host, Maha Beach Resort. It's located in Anochi near Atuabo Gas in Elembele, Western Region. They offer not just hotel rooms, they give an experience. Facilities available includes, there are different room types. You have conference venues, multiple swimming rooms, they have a gym, they have spa, they have a nightclub, they have a party bus ride. If you want to do that, a boat ride to Maha village and and it's leisure. When you come here, you enjoy yourself. You can contact them. You can find them on social media actually. Maha Beach Resort. Just look for Maha Beach Resort or any of the social media handles, or call this number 0303 977 773. So 977 773 or 050 1570 684. We're still around our journey to Nkrofo, the Nkuma First Experience. And a big thank you to our guests this morning. They have become our hosts, but because I am the one interviewing, I can call him my guest. And I wish you all the best.